So welcome to our exercise class using Therabands. As you can see, Dawn here has got a yellow Theraband and a red Theraband. And these are resistance bands come in different strengths. So we generally work with a lighter weight, a medium weight or a heavier resistance. And you can use that as a form of progressive strengthening. So if you're new to exercise or you're got an area that needs particularly work on, then I would suggest that you start with light, and then if that becomes easier, then you can progress your way up through the bands. You can purchase this yourself. It's worth getting it from a reputable maker so that it's snap proof, and just be mindful that it does need to be kept away from heat and checking for perishing as well. But it's a useful bit of kit you can take on holiday with you, and you can perform your exercises anywhere. So if we just begin, Dawn, please, with the yellow band, and you're going to hold it in your hands, keeping your elbows tucked into your sides, and you're basically going to separate your hands, drawing your shoulder blades in together at the back, and then releasing. And again. And releasing. And this is just working the back of the shoulders, the shoulder blade and the shoulder rotator cuff muscles, the posterior cuff muscles. So nice for strengthening. And you can change your palm position. And again. And then we can do some biceps work. So you're going to secure the band beneath your foot. And you're going to bring your bend your elbow, bringing your hand up towards your shoulder and slowly lower. So the muscle is working by shortening, coming up, and then relaxing, coming down. Good. And again, we could do that with the palm down, slightly changing the muscle work, the muscle involved, or the hand turned facing up. Coming through range there. And we'll just show that on the other side as well, Dawn, please. So just swapping feet. And then turning your palm over. And then if you release the band from your foot and hold the band into arms, and you're just going to raise it up, with putting a slight pressure on above the head into a Y, and then coming back down. And so again, stretching the band up into a Y as you're coming up. Quite a nice exercise from low to high. And again, stretching up and then down. And then you can do it horizontally, so you're stretching your arms apart and then bring them together. Arms apart and together. Arms apart and together. You can raise your arms above your head, and you could pull down one side and back to the middle, and then the other side and back to the middle, and the other side. And back to the middle, and again, and back to the middle. And then you can bring the band back behind your head, and up again. Behind your head, and up again. Behind your head, and up again. If you now wrap the band behind you, and you can so you secure the band about chest height, and then you can push your arms forward and away, and then gently back, and push your arms forward, away, and gently back, and repeat, and back. And this time, don't really try and round your shoulders as you're doing it, so you're pushing forwards and back, and then pushing forwards, rounding your chest, and then as you come back, lifting. Good. And again. And back. So you have the band behind your head. So you're securing the band with the opposite hand down at your waist. Thank you. And back again, Dawn. Thank you. And then you're going to extend your arm up into the air. looking at the triceps, trying to keep that elbow right up into the air, and just watching that your neck is staying in the centre there as well. See a nice upright posture. Good for the bingo wings. And then we're swapping sides. And repeat. Good. Excellent. Leaving your arms in that position, you can just pull your, if you turn to the side again, Dawn, it's easier for us to see. So you can just use your top hand just to help assist the arm sliding up the back and then reversing the action. So you can actually pull the top hand down a bit as well, Dawn. Yeah. And then up we go again. So you can use the band, as you can see here, for assisting, helping a movement, or resisting, where you're going to get some more strength. So resistance for strength, assistance to gain mobility. And then what we've done one side, we should do the other. So Dawn's got lots of range of movement there. And everybody's mobility is different, so just go as far as you can do, as far as feels comfortable, and gradually you can work to improve that. And then back to the middle. So Dawn, if you'd like to hook the band around your foot, and I'd like just to do a hip and knee bend, and then you're pushing away into the band. So you can assist it up if you need some help, and then you can push away as you're straightening your leg. And so for lots of people, you probably, Dawn would go onto the heavier band here. Obviously our legs tend to be stronger than our arms, so you may find you can use a different band for a different area. And then you're going to repeat on the other foot. Good. Nice and steady, pushing away strongly. Okay. And then you can actually do just a leg extension. So you're just straightening your leg and then bending. And again, straighten and bend. If you want to make that a little bit more challenging, then you can just hold the position. So as you straighten, you hold 2, 3, 4, 5 and release. And again, extending the knee, hold 2, 3, 4, 5 and release. So you can also just use the band to assist you, pulling your foot up towards your face and then point your foot away and pulling up and pointing away and pulling up. Maybe feeling a little bit of a stretch in the back of the calf there and pointing away. And if you want to feel a stretch a bit higher up in your hamstring, you're just going to elevate the leg a little bit from the hip there. Okay, thank you. And then we'll swap sides. So we'll do the leg extension to begin with. And then we'll just do the assisted, pulling your foot up towards your face and pushing away into the band. And pushing away into the band. And pushing the way into the band and turn it more into a hamstring. We're just going to lift up from the hip a little bit and feeling the stretch move from the lower down in the leg more to the back of the thigh. And back to the middle, please, Dawn. So I'm just going to get you to wrap the band around your thighs. And you can either knot it or hold it, and you're basically going to squeeze your buttocks and you're going to separate your knees. So you're pushing outside of your thighs into the band. Can I just get you to start with your feet slightly apart, Dawn? That's it. Lovely. Good. And again, if you want to make it a bit harder, you can increase your band, or you can increase the number you're doing, or you can increase the hold. So you can push out into the band and hold. And then release. And we'll also just put it around your feet and work the outside. Sorry, can I put it underneath your feet? So we're going to Yeah. And we're going to do some, yeah, thank you. And this time you are going to push your band out, your feet outwards into the band. And this is getting the muscles down the outside of the leg, which are really helpful for stabilising us when we're walking. Thank you. So Dawn, if you can leave your band tied up, just slide it up to your thighs. And stand up for me. Oh, perhaps. Okay, so this time you are going to do a sideways crab walk. So you're just going to dip into a mini squat. You're going to keep your knees over your toes, and the band will offer some resistance, getting those glutes firing up a little bit more. And we can all laugh at Dawn too. Okay, that's lovely, thank you. And then back to the middle. And then you can do standing on one leg. You could use a chair if you need to. You can do some taking a leg out to the side, keeping your body upright. So you can either do the band in this position as Dawn has demonstrated, or you could tie it lower down around your lower leg. So we're working balance here, which is nice, as well as the core muscles and the glutes. And then we're going to swap sides. But if you feel like you need to hold on, then you could have stood behind the chair, use a fingertip for support. And if you find the exercise too hard, then do it without the band. Don't add any resistance at all. You could do the same, but you could, if you turn to the side, Dawn, and just demonstrate taking a leg behind you or forwards. And turning to face the other way without tying yourself up in knots. And again. Okay, if you turn to face the front, please. And then if you put your band underneath your feet, do skipping if you like, but, and you're going to stand up, okay? And then I want you to do some shoulder shrugs and dropping down. Shoulder shrugs, dropping down, shoulder shrugs, and again. And we can take our feet apart and do some squats. Good. So letting your bottom come out as if you're going to sit on the chair behind, but not. And then we can go into some calf raises. So you're going up onto your tiptoes and then down. Up onto your tiptoes and down. Raise up again. Down. And raise up again. So Dawn, if you'd like to lie on the mat for us, please. So in this position, you could put the band around your thighs. You can, keeping your ankles together, you can separate your knees and coming back together. Good. This time you could separate your feet slightly, so your feet are shoulder width apart. You're pushing your legs out into the band, you're going to squeeze your core and then you're going to raise up into a bridge. And then lower. Pushing your weight down through your heels, pushing your legs slightly out into the band and lower. And again. Down and again and hold and gently down. If that's too difficult for you, Dawn, if you just demonstrate just literally releasing the pressure off your bottom, so you're doing the same movement but you're hardly raising, even lower. And again, you're still going to get muscle work even if you're not able to go very high at this stage. And back. And then you can put the band around your knees, and you can assist your knees up towards your chest. Give your back a nice stretch out while you're doing that. And then you can push away. Good. And you can assist up. And you can push away. And assist up. And push away. Then if you unloop it and put it around one of your feet, please, Dawn. And in that position, you're going to push your leg away extend it towards the wall nice and strongly and pull it up. And again, pushing away and assisting up. Pushing away, assisting up. And with the other leg, pushing away. So you can vary the height of that. So you can do it right down to the ground, or you can do it up, depending on how it feels and what you want to achieve. So Dawn, we're just going to extend your leg up to mid-range, and then I want you to allow your whole leg to come out to the side towards me, keeping your knees straight, and then pulling it back up again. And again out to the side, back up, and just trying to keep the middle part of your body still here, so we're really engaging the core to stabilise as you're doing it. That's fantastic. Okay. And then you could do one the other side. So again, you can choose the range of what feels comfortable for you. And again, we're just using that core to keep us nice and stable and still as the leg comes out to the side. So Dawn, we're going to use the band on that leg now, and this time we're going to pull it up so that we're going to stretch our hamstrings out a little bit. So you're bringing your leg towards there and just hold, feel the stretch at the back of your leg. Letting go into the stretch, and again repeating. So we're not forcing, we're just letting go. And drop it down again a bit, and then pulling up. And stretch. And swap legs, please. So same again. And dropping down. And again. And dropping down. And again. And dropping down. Okay, pop the band around both feet. Engaging your core, just pushing your legs straight if it feels comfortable to do so, a little bit lower towards the bed, the mat if you can. Okay, so you can do a small movement, or if your core is nice and strong, you can do full extension and then back in again. And again. And back in. And this time you're going to keep the band there, but put your feet down to the floor. Okay. And if you straighten your legs, please, Dawn, leaving the band where it is. Have them on the floor, that's right. And then you can pull your feet up towards you, just from your ankles. So keep your knees straight, just pulling out and pushing away. And pulling up and pushing away. And pulling up and pushing away. So if you unhook the band now, please, and hold the band in your hands. You can separate your hands a little bit, so you're getting a bit of resistance, and you're going to bring your arms up to the ceiling, and then you can bring them over your head. So just looking at a bit of mobility there, and then back. And again, if you go, and back to the middle, and again, and back to the middle. And up at chest height, Dawn, you could just separate your hands a little bit and pull your hands apart against the resistance, and then back, just going as far as you're able to do comfortably. And then you could do that at different heights as well, so you could do that over your head. Good. Okay, and then arms down to your side. So we're just going to roll your knees from side to side just to stir everything up again. So just a nice gentle stretch before you come up into sitting, please, Dawn. And standing. Just take your time as you get up, moving from one position to another as we adapt to that. So we now just hooked the band around an object. So sometimes people use secure door handles or hooks, and it's quite nice if you can vary the height of this. Just make sure it is attached to something secure, and we never recommend that you're leaning on the band. And what you're going to do is you're just going to do what we call low rowing. Lovely exercise for the back, upper back, lower trapezius muscles, back of the shoulders. Just making sure that you're just keeping the neck nice and long, and you're really going to start squeezing those shoulders blades together at the bottom, Dawn. Yeah. And obviously, if you can imagine the band was higher, then you're pulling down at a slightly different angle. Can you just let go of the band, Dawn, and demonstrate the position that would be in? Yeah, lovely. So you're pulling your shoulder blades down into your pockets as you're pulling down. Okay, if you take the bands, please, and we're just going to show how you're going to externally rotate. So you're just going to turn to the side, and you're going to take your arm opening. So you're just going to stand nice and tall, fixed in the middle, and just using the shoulder to work. And then we're going to show you the opposite movement using the other hand. So this time you're coming across your tummy. And then we'll show you the other arm. So what you do one side, we do the other. So we turn around. So Dawn is going to open her arm. Again, quite normal to find one side is easier than the other, or one side doesn't go as far as the other. And then Dawn, we're just going to come across the other tummy, which I don't think we're going to be able to see very well, but you're bringing your hand across the front. That's lovely. And from that position, you're just going to take the band around your chest. Yeah. Take a little step forward, so we're going to make it a little bit harder, and then you're going to push away and back and push away. Nice and steady, push away. Sometimes the slower you do it, the harder it is. If you take a step away, it's going to be harder still. Pushing away, we're increasing the resistance. If you want to make it easier, you're stepping back to the source of the band and push away. So that's a general routine that you can use with exercise bands. Very versatile, you can exercise every area of your body, and it's quite an easy thing to do. So Dawn, I'd just like to say thank you very much.